What's going on, guys? So this is for 14 to 18 Sierras and Silverados. As you know, these transmissions have a hard time keeping cool. I did the Superior Solutions thermal bypass a while ago, and sometimes when I'm driving up north or going up the hill, I still get in like the 210s, or when I'm off-roading, it'll get like 220s, even 230s. So I wanted to do another trans cooler to see if that'll help any. This one I got for $60 off Amazon. I didn't really want to pay the $460, I think it is, for the Mishimoto one, but this one was $60. I mounted it, sturdy as hell. It comes with these brackets. I didn't really want to use those, so what I did is I drilled all the way through this little core support type deal here, bolted it to the back side there and there with on the back I used lock nuts, and then the bottom I took those brackets and I bent a 90 in them, and I had to trim the plastic so it'd sit flush a little bit, but I bolted it here. There's a lock washer on the back of this, and then here I sandwiched a piece of that plate. I threw it on the bottom and then used these like self tappers that come with the kit. Then I routed my hoses. It comes with these barred fittings as well. I just used the Permatex thread compound. It's like a thread sealant, and like a Loctite kind of compound. So I did that, and then the only thing I really did buy extra with this is some actual trans cooler hoses. It came with this guy right here, which, I mean, it's kind of, I don't know if you can really tell in the video. So I bought some Gates ATF cooler hose. This is all 3/8 stuff, by the way. And so this thing ain't going nowhere. So what I did is these two lines, this one right here, and then there's one down there. That's an oil cooler line. This one is a trans cooler line. And what it does is it runs right here, and then it has another piece that I took off right there, and then it ties in right there. So what I do is I kind of, when I was watching some videos on this, it was a bunch of Mishimoto stuff, and that's kind of what they did, except they have like special fittings and shit that come out of there. So what I did is I ran this to one side of the trans cooler, and then I tied it into this side. This is all condenser side, by the way. With these fittings I got on Amazon as well. Those are GM 397 fittings, I believe is what they call them. So I tied that in right here. It's kind of hard to see, but so this first part is your condenser for your AC, and then this part is your back here. Sorry. Back there is your radiator. So I'm not sure why GM did that, but it doesn't really matter where you mount it on the bottom if it was sideways. So if your cooler was rotated this way and these were coming out the sides, you want the supply side to feed the bottom. You want your hottest air coming, or your hottest liquid coming through the bottom. It'll run through, and as the air is getting pulled across, it'll cool it. So by the time it gets to the return side back to the transmission, it's the coldest it can be. So I did that, and then I'll show you over here. So this is the condenser, and then right here is the transmission that it ties into. So it ties in the bottom. You can't really see. That's where it ties in the bottom. one trans cooler, it comes over here, comes out that side, and then it ties in to your condenser. So, I mean, really, I guess it's utilizing all 3 coolers now. So hopefully my trans temps stay down when I'm off-roading and stuff. Take this thing out a lot, beat the shit out of it, so trying to mitigate the transmission failures. I've already put one in it at 130,000 miles. It took a shit on me coming back from Mexico one year. We were down there for the Baja 1000, but no leaks. But I would recommend at least upgrading your hose, especially because that other hose it looks flimsy and weak, and this is all kind of a pain in the ass to take off. So I'm not sure if you have a factory air box. I don't know if you have to take it off to access that cooler line. I took mine off. I have an S&B and it takes up this whole freaking space, so it just made sense. It was easier. But I think altogether it cost me like $80 for the trans cooler, the Permatex, the hose, and those fittings. So, I mean, if it lasts a year and it starts leaking, then I'll put a new one in. It beats the $460. I don't plan on keeping this truck forever, so it'll do for now, but it's all right. 35s. I got the ADS coilovers. It's a good runner. But if you have any questions, let me know. Thanks, guys.